Hi everyone, welcome to the Highlights from Ukraine podcast, your daily audio summary of the latest news reported in the Ukrainian media. We would really appreciate if you could recommend us to your friends and family as well as share information on social media. We are an uncommercial initiative of just two people and we need your help to grow. Share information about the podcast, rate us in the apps, subscribe to our Patreon. With your support, we are getting better. My name is Artem, and here is the news. For 305 days, Ukraine stands strong against the Russian invasion. President of Ukraine Volodymyr Zelensky warned in his evening video address that the enemy will try to make the few days left this year dark and difficult for Ukrainians. According to him, this way Russia tries to compensate for its losses with the gloating of its propagandists after the missile strikes at Ukraine's energy sector. Quote, I know that the darkness will not prevent us from leading the occupiers to their new defeats, but we have to be ready for any scenario, unquote. He asked Ukrainians to pay attention to air alarms these days, search again and remember where the nearest point of invincibility with power generator, independent heating and internet is located. Russian President Vladimir Putin claimed that he does not consider Russia to be approaching a dangerous point in the war against Ukraine, reports Ukrainska Pravda. Putin repeated his old statement that by attacking Ukraine he was acting the right way, defending the national interest, the interests of citizens and people, and that there was simply no other choice. At the same time, the Russian leader added that he was ready to negotiate on acceptable terms with all the participants in this process, but this is a matter for Ukraine and the West to consider. Allegedly, it is them and not the Russian Federation who are refusing to negotiate. Putin believes that 99.9% of Russians are ready to put everything on the line for the sake of their country. Russian MiG-31K aircraft, which can carry Kinzhal, Dagger hypersonic missiles, caught fire on the territory of the Belarusian airfield, reports Army-Inform. According to the local media, the jet is out of commission and will not be able to fly in the near future. The media have already called this incident a Christmas miracle. Later at night, the media reported about explosions at the airbase in Engels, Saratov region of Russia, reports Zerkalo Tizhnya. This is an airbase of the strategic bombers that regularly launch missile strikes at Ukraine. Ukraine's Foreign Minister Dmytro Kuleba is convinced that Ukraine will eventually receive all the weapons it needs from its partners, reports Ukrainska Pravda. He said that based on the negotiations with Ukraine's partners, it's only a matter of time as there are some psychological, logistical and political barriers. The minister pointed out that the supply of any weapons is a very complex technical and logistical operation. Kuleba also noted that Ukraine insists on receiving weapons from partners in accordance with their obligations under the Budapest Memorandum, according to which Ukraine gave up nuclear weapons in return for security guarantees from the US, Russia and the UK. Chinese Foreign Minister Wang Yi said that China intends to deepen strategic mutual trust and mutually beneficial cooperation with Russia next year, reports Glavcom. He also assured of the country's impartial position on the war in Ukraine. On December 21st, China and Russia started joint maritime exercises in the East China Sea. If you like what we do and would like to tip us, you can now do so directly to our PayPal. Check out the link in the description to this episode for more details. And as usual, you can subscribe to our Patreon. In gratitude for your help, we will give you access to a series of exclusive episodes on wartime life in Ukraine. We call on you to demand from governments of your countries to impose the toughest sanctions possible on Russia and its citizens to stop their invasion of Ukraine.